This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, we're ready to go. All right, we'll call the meeting to order. It's 6:30 p.m. on Tuesday, September 1st, 2020. I'd like to acknowledge that we are on Treaty 1 territory and the traditional homeland of the Métis people. We're back for 6:30 meetings instead of 1 o'clock to accommodate Councillor Axworthy, working full-time during the day, so daytime meetings aren't possible right now. So we wish you all the best, Steve, in your teaching job. So introductions, two of our members are still remote, and they are Graham Randall, give us a wave.
Hello.
Steve Axworthy, and around the table, Mike.
Mike Bartmanovich. Erwin Kumka.
Raymond Blow, CAO.
And Penny McMorris, Reed. Okay, so we'll move on to the adoption of the agenda. Be it resolved, the addenda be adopted with following addition: community and workplace inclusion. Any other additions, gentlemen? No? All right, may I have a mover and a seconder? Should have done that first. Erwin's moving, Steve's seconding. Thank you. All right, any further discussion? All those in favor? Carried, thank you. Minutes of the council meeting of August 18th, 2020 were circulated to all of council. We resolved the minutes of the August 18th, 2020 regular council meeting be adopted as presented. We have a mover, Erwin, seconders, Mike. Thank you. Any discussion on the minutes? No? Okay, all those in favor? Carried, thank you. Okay, moving right along. And no delegations. So we'll move on to accounts and finance. Be it resolved, the following list of accounts be approved for payment. Accounts payable check 8646 to 8678 in the amount of $71,604.79. August 21st payroll in the amount of $61,009.80, and Visa in the amount of $1,519.25. We have a mover. Erwin, seconder. Steve got you first thing. Go ahead, Steve. All right, discussion, Erwin, if you want to start the discussion here.
I've reviewed the list of accounts to be paid. Appear to be in order. The only one of note is an amount of $12,156 to Wayne's Backhoe, and that's for the final payment on the work that was done on the Western Municipal Road off Staffy Road in Elmer Beach.
Any other discussion? No? All those in favor? Carried, thank you. Moving on to other business. First on our list is the memorandum of understanding. So be it resolved, the arm of Victoria Beach Council approved the memorandum of understanding between the Victoria Beach Harbor Authority and the municipality relating to policing of the federal pier by the Victoria Beach Police Service. Further be it resolved that the Reeve and CAO be authorized to sign said memorandum of understanding. May I have a mover? Mike. Second, Graham. Thank you very much. Discussion. Mike?
I had occasion to meet with the police board since last meeting where we had first tabled this resolution. I just wanted to make sure that everybody was on board with the police board. So I met with John Gow and Gary and Hal. And they're more than happy with the memorandum. It gives them a more clear mandate in terms of enforcing the law, whether it be on municipal property or on federal property, that is the pier and the sliver of land surrounding the pier. So now, let there be no misunderstanding that the Victoria Beach Police can enforce municipal bylaws as well as federal and provincial laws in the area of the pier going forward.
But only on our land. No authority on the water.
Right.
Right.
Yes, on the landowner.
That's on the water still is conservation and
And RCMP, that's correct.
Okay, any other questions? No?
I think it provides clarity and that will be of assistance to our police force.
It will indeed.
And it helps out the Harbor Authority, which is different than, for instance, the Gimli Harbor Authority. They're right there, they're right on the pier, they've got a building, they can monitor it. You know, we're not there all the time. And Rob doesn't have that kind of enforcement capabilities, so this helps him out too. Okay, no further questions? All those in favor? Carried. Thank you very much. Thanks, Mike, for that. Moving on to quotes for the VB utility. Be it resolved, the arm of Victoria Beach Council accept the proposal from, do you want me to read this out? Because we did get 2 quotes.
Well, that's the lowest quote and run it by Trevor, who's our water treatment plant operator in charge.
Okay, and he's satisfied?
He's actually recommending this one. It's more comprehensive
Oh, far more.
for a cheaper price.
I thought the other one kind of missed the boat on a couple of things. There was no mention of some of the add-ons. I know it's not discussion time, I apologize.
Okay, that's okay. I didn't know if I should go ahead because we had 2 proposals. And
You need to only mention the winner, I think.
yeah,
I filled it in for that reason, because
okay.
I assumed based on our head operator
Mhm.
Yeah.
comments and the price and what was provided. Quote.
All right, I will read it out then. Be it resolved, the arm of Victoria Beach Council accept a proposal from Stantec Consulting Limited dated August 31st, 2020 regarding the completion of an engineering assessment for the Victoria Beach utility. Total cost excluding GST of $12,685. May I have a mover? Mike? Seconder? Graham? Any further discussion?
Just to echo what's already been spoken to, Stantec has an intimate knowledge of our water plant. They were the lowest bid, and as Raymond alluded to, they demonstrated a far more intimate knowledge of our situation here and seemed to have a better grasp of everything that was being asked for. I thought the other proponent was rather vague and almost omissive with some of the things that they were asked to provide information.
This is her engineering services to provide, to hook up the backup power supply.
No.
No, this is
completely different.
yeah, and this is mandated by the Office of Drinking Water. For 5 years, you have to have a review.
Yeah, I'm sure. Okay.
March 31st.
Yeah, this is to ensure our ongoing compliance with the ODW people, and the way Stantec has laid it out, I agree. They did a better job than J.R. Cousin. It's a terrific reality check on the whole water treatment plant for everybody's satisfaction.
Okay, Steve, any comments? All right, no further discussion. All those in favor? Okay, thank you. All right, thank you, gentlemen. Moving on to the next resolution. Whereas the arm of Victoria Beach Council has received numerous complaints about the unkempt condition of PTH 59 and PR 504 road allowances, especially relating to the prevalence of tall grass throughout the growing season. And whereas the road allowances are not only unsightly, but also provide cover for wildlife, which increases the risk of wildlife collisions. And whereas Manitoba Infrastructure and Transportation is responsible for the regular maintenance of provincial highways and roads, road allowances and ditches, therefore be it resolved that the arm of Victoria Beach Council requests that the provincial government review its road allowance maintenance policy with respect to provincial highways and roads and commit to providing adequate funding to enable regular maintenance along the roadsides within its jurisdiction. I have a mover. Steve and Graham second. Thank you. Discussion.
This as it was presented to us, this generally follows in the footsteps of the RM of Lactabani, who's picked this up. I presume that there are other municipalities who will be similarly writing, and that we could expect some feedback through them.
I'm sure we can. I think we should probably forward a copy of this onto the arm of Lactabani.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah,
AMM.
And AMM.
Yeah.
good suggestion.
And we'll touch base with Lactabani, see if they want to send it as a group, or they've asked other municipalities for their support.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, is there a group that we could join to give this whole issue more weight, rather than each one of us have to haggle with the province individually? Hopefully that won't happen, but it'll certainly take some of the heat off our public works people during the time of the year when they've got so much more to do. So it's a good initiative.
This did come out of one of the committees I'm on with the Eastern Regional Municipal Committee, and it's made up of Lactabani, Beausejour, several others. And this is where it came out of. I wasn't able to attend the meeting, but it seems like a good idea. And I did speak to Trevor, and yeah, they haven't been mowing the grass except maybe once a year, later in the fall. So
This has been going for quite a while. I've seen Brian's little umbrella for years doing 504.
Yeah, so it's worth a try.
Yes, absolutely. A good initiative, and thanks for picking up on it, Penny.
You're very
What's
welcome.
the process of getting AMM to put forward a resolution on their conference floor?
Well, we would have to forward a resolution to AMM and ask for them to consider it.
Well, maybe that's something we could discuss with Lactabani and whoever else is picking up this cudgel.
And we would have to do that soon, I believe. Yeah. Sorry, Steve.
This also goes to not major, but a slight flood prevention, as well as the David Road Association, which has now changed names, but they've said for the last 2.5 years is that because of the lack of maintenance done on the culverts and of the ditches, they have an issue where a lot of water slows down and it starts to come over the bank. So it's not just a small issue. It does, stack up over time, and the more it's not done, then the more slight flooding you have, and it just becomes more and more of a problem.
Yeah, I
The
agree.
more you ignore it.
Okay. Any more discussion? All right, all those in favor? Carried. Thank you very much. And moving on to our final other business. Be it resolved, the Arm of Victoria Beach Council declares its support for human rights, diversity, and inclusion in our community and in our workplace. Now I have a mover. Steve, thank you. Seconder, Graham, thank you. And discussion. All right, I think it's important that we move forward with something that acknowledges that we do pay attention, and that we should pay attention, and that we do respect human rights, diversity, and inclusion in our community. And it's a small statement, but I hope it carries some weight. Steve?
Well, the most important thing is starting the conversation, and I won't necessarily go into Victoria Beach history. I mean, it's there for really anybody to see. But there is also a display over at the Museum of Human Rights based on Victoria Beach. And the conversation has to start somewhere. So at the very least, this can get people talking, and I hope it does. And we start to make some realizations about our community and how we can expand.
So what are we to do? Should a resident have a complaint? Would we refer them to the Human Rights Commission? Yes.
I think it depends on the nature of the complaint.
We have little or no ability to adjudicate over any kind of complaint.
No, there are, the Human Rights Commission, the Ombudsman.
As I said, if it's a criminal act, you contact with the police.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, you're
My point is
You're
that
sending everybody to the proper federal authority if there were a major human rights incident. Really, what this does is it just draws a line in the sand essentially and says that we're trying to make a change, and that is the most important part. Are the police going to be able to come down and say, under this bylaw? No. They have federal guidelines and laws for that, but it does show that to the community and others that we want to evolve with the times.
Okay. All those in favor? Carried. Thank you. Thank you, Steve. Wow. Moving right along, we are at correspondence, and I don't have much. I can let you know, though, that I was at the Manitoba PC Caucus retreat in Gimli with the South Basin mayors and Reeves recently, and I thought it was going to be the MLAs, but it was the MPs.
Oh my.
Yes. Quite. So we focused on the 4 main topics of conversation with the ministers, and they were all in regard to Lake Winnipeg. So we talked about water quality, water quantity, building community resilience and engagement, awareness, and partnerships. And the ministers present were Rachel Danko, Don Mazur, Marty Morantz, James Bazan, Larry McGuire, Ted Falk, Candace Bergen, and Senator Don Plett.
they're all MPs, not ministers.
Yeah,
MP.
MPs.
Yeah. Sorry.
Been waiting.
So, and that was just the same.
Hoping.
It was the same day that they had elected their leader.
Yeah.
Morning after, yeah. So they were all wondering what was going to be happening next. But it was a good meeting. We had about an hour and 15 minutes, and then someone else came in, so they kept us on track. But it was a good meeting, and it was good for them to hear about our concerns about Lake Winnipeg. So we'll see what goes forward with that.
Where will it go? Like,
Well,
was
they
there any outcome?
not really. It's just made each one of them aware. Many of them were aware of some of the issues, but it's about working with the city of Winnipeg to make sure that they get on track as well.
Was there any discussion between Bazan, from Bazan about the issue of the fishers?
No. But it was good to have the meeting. So, it was a beautiful day in Gimli. But that's all I really have. I didn't see much in correspondence that we haven't.
I had 10 emails last 2 weeks, so I got nothing.
It's been pretty quiet.
Yeah, I got about 20 bins left before the end of the year, folks. Email me. I got no place to put them, please.
I've got a wheel that came off. Is it easy to put the wheel back on?
I will be by to fix it tomorrow. If you do have any problems with the bins, let me know.
And just a reminder for anybody who's had their garbage bin ripped into, because I know that there's about 8 of them already that I spoke to. Just get a bear-proof bin.
And
Get a bear-proof bin.
And there was a bear trap near the golf course on Sam McMorris Lane, and there was a bear in there this morning that conservation was going to take away and repatriate him somewhere, him or her.
We don't want to make nuisance bears.
Yeah.
Bad things tend to happen to them.
Yeah.
So where are you going to put the unsold bins?
Your place. You gotta feed your. Perfect. Okay. Don't worry about it. No. Get them because prices may go up next year.
And will you continue to take orders then?
I will continue to take orders after this last 20 year gone.
That's great. All right. Anything else in correspondence? No? Boy. I can't believe this, guys. I'm going to be it resolved that the September 1st, 2020 regular council meeting be adjourned. Next regular council meeting to be held on September 15th, 2020 at 6:30 PM here at 705 1661 Portage Avenue. May I have a mover
We are far too efficient.
and a seconder? Graham? All those in favor? Wow, thank you, Carrie. That's a wrap.
Thank you, gentlemen.
My hand up.